buttons where it's like, okay, we want to fight, now we fight. On the other side, though,
the
for
Fiora.
LNG, yeah, we've got a Fiora coming out, which is going to be very exciting up in that top side. We also have the Silas going in the mid lane. Does feel like this is going to be a scrubby denied here. The wave is slowly but surely pushing in. Ale, we know how good he is on the Fiora. Recall cancelled once again. Cube has flash. Going to be looking for the fear here onto Ale. Does get it. Flashes under the tower. Tarzan gets him. Might fall to the minions. One or two more hits. Lien arrives and answers it. 1-for-1 now as Lien. Don't think he can chase any further for this one because Icon now waiting in the wings. Kind of toying with the idea of making a play, but it's not happening for now. Here comes the grand challenge in the top lane, and Cube has just been absolutely destroyed by Ale.
And I don't think that it's going to get any easier as time goes on, right? Once you do get that grand challenge coming out from Fiora, proccing the vitals, coming the true damage, coming to the item spike whip, only going to get further from there. And we're going to see, looks like he was leaning down towards River. Cube trying to walk up to contest the wave and just gives a good angle for Ale to go in. And he got the parry from the Fear Tether. And sadly for Cube, that is the end of the road. But yeah, going back to your point on Tarzan, is actually we are going to get a replay. Okay, so he's just recalling and does end up just getting caught out from Hung. A bit sad, but it does happen. But going back to your point about Tarzan leaning bot, right? I think the first time it was very smart. When you don't have prio in your lanes to walk into River to fight for Scuttle or to fight for Heralds or Dragons, what you should always do first is lean towards one of your lanes.
Perform. He feels like the star player on this roster for me.
Yeah, the big thing is, I think, in terms of laning, he's one of the best, but we need to see him show up in skirmishes, in looking for picks. Like right now, already looking for the engage.
Yeah, Lien is just going to get taken out right at the start, but it's answered with an AD carry. Everfrost comes on through, and Fofo to get one. Icon has a Nor ult to work with. Cube going to be chased away. Fofo is recalling as Cube is forced to flash on out. And RA losing these early skirmishes is not good when we talk about the compositions.
So it will be pretty hard for LNG to just try and tunnel in. It's Fofo doing a nice job. I feel like this is how RA want to play this one out. Keep sending Fofo in with a bit of poke, layering this damage. You don't just get a full-on 5v5, but LNG's looking for it right now.
LNG want to contest. This is a Callista, so the Drake is taken. That's 3, and now a fight on top of it. Look at the damage layered across the squad of LNG, but they group up, they stay strong. Healing across the team from Ale, and now he can follow up. This looks like LNG might just win it out in the end. Icon low on HP, but he's Silas, so he might be able to get back in. Eyeboy chased down and cut to pieces as in goes Fofo on the backline, finds one for himself, blinks back out, blinks back the other direction. He's breaking ankles, but it's his own legs that end up broken. Priority. Using that to muscle their way into the river, but Cube is going to look to just clear the wave himself. RA having to back away. They're Nocturne in the mid lane still, but does have his ultimate available. Equalizer onto Eyeboy. The squad just dives onto the AD carry and takes him straight out of the fight. And LNG already starting off strong, but now the health bar's burning down themselves. RA are split into 2 portions. They can't work together in this fight. They spread out, and it means LNG can stay together as a unit and win the fight. Cube now getting chased down. Fofo on the LeBlanc. Can't go back to his clone here. Has to flash away. Icon trying to chase him. Cube's going to be the target here. Spell Shield comes out, but it's a little too late. It means Cube is going to fall down. Another kill going the way of Ale here, and surely a Drake.
Yeah, LNG going to be able to secure this one, and you highlighted it, right? That fight kind of devolved into 2 different skirmishes, as we're going to see RA look like try to posture for a steal, but Ale doing everything to prevent it, and Hung is just dead. Oh, is he going to get away? He actually gets away.
I can't believe he did that anchor toss and still gets away with it. He moved like 1 inch. Learning from LNG as well, right? From the losses that they've had so far this split, being these early game skirmishes, it feels like they are figuring out how to play it slow, but Ale stepping way too far forward on that one. The riposte waited out. Hung immediately re-engages. Now Icon wants to try and answer for his top laners' quarrel here, but he's going to go down as well. Both solo laners from LNG just individually sprinted, to be quite honest. And Iwandi now goes in by himself. He'll be feared, but he can move back to the rest of his team. RA might look for more, though. There's the Sonic Wave in. Lien not going to follow it up for now, but guess what? Drake is up. That is surely going to be a soul here for RA. What a blunder from LNG.
Yeah, whatever that is, what Ale was looking for, it wasn't it. It wasn't what needed to be done, and it goes back to the days of like.
You can kind of see the logic. It's just you're missing the death cap. which is kind of an important part of the AP Varus build. We're just going to see Baron started here, Lyric, because LNG are moving over, but they might just be too late to the fight, because this is a Kalista. It's just going to get burst on through. Now the paranoia comes in. Fofo threatening to the side. Baron already taken. LNG surely have to find a fight here. Iwandi is looking for it. But in the meantime, Fofo threatening on the backline. The damage on Tarzan is insane. Ale chasing him down, but Fofo escapes, turns invisible. The rest of the fight now ensuing. Lien is behind everyone, but he's late to the party. There's a kick into the play, and Fofo finishing him off. Knocks him up and lines him down. As iBoy following up here, looking for more. Fofo, another dash in, another chunk of damage. iBoy flashes out as he gets a kill, and now Cube coming back in. RA playing with fire. They scrape a fight out by the skin of their teeth.
Keep someone down for one of your big carries to pick up another kill. So now we're going to see how RA can not only utilize Infernal Soul, but this Baron.
That's Riposte Ale getting threatened by Cube, but he's going to have to back off himself. He's going to be pulled in. Cube, I think, just goes down on this one. The Grand Challenge healing coming out across LNG. But still going against an Infernal Soul. Great Riposte. Fofo, his burst is denied by Ale. Form right now. And this LeBlanc game is certainly showing it. We're getting to see the kind of poke version of LeBlanc as well, right? Where you're popping in, you're doing damage before the fight, but the showstopper to stop that being the reality as Fofo trying to get in, but he's pulled back into the fray. Turns golden, keeps himself alive for a second, jumps back onto the distortion, but he's taken down. Kill for light here and a huge shutdown as well. RA, just as the Elder Dragon spawns, they go too far. They try and buy too much time for themselves. Now Lien sticking around the pit, maybe can go for a steal. He is playing the Lee Sin. There's always a way. Now look, iBoy moving up the mid lane. They're going to try and trade something for the Elder Dragon. This is where it gets tense for both of these teams as Lien, I think, has been found. I'm not entirely sure where he's managed to get to on the minimap. Trying to push in the mid lane. Lien went down. I'm pretty sure it was Icon getting him. Elder Dragon taken as Hung just...
I don't know what that was.
They took it.
Yeah.
Hung, man.
Just... They take it, and he's like, well, what do I do now? Just decides to throw out the dredge line and give his life. But, you know, big shout out to Iwandi. I'm sure we're going to get a replay of that last fight on that one. But RA, they know their win con at this point. It just keep pivoting towards the Baron. One thing we'd really like to see RA be able to do is get some deeper vision into LNG's jungle so they can start chunking out people effectively with that LeBlanc, but they're going to go back to this one. They do have good turn potential, but this sets up Tarzan for a really good angle for the equalizer and gives light and easy access for those arrows.
Even if RA back away here, they've used all of the blue trinkets. But remember, it's a Kalista here. Huge threat onto the backline there. Tarzan's in trouble. A kick through 4 people. And in goes Cube to finish one off. Tarzan goes down. Baron taken by RA. And with this composition that we said probably wouldn't work in the late game, they have managed to make things work. Lien with the most beautiful kick I've seen from him maybe ever, honestly. And a huge opportunity now. RA try and push down the mid lane.
Yeah, R just done and dusted. Really well done to see. Lien, massive props for the kick, but again, it's always coming from the damage that Fofo puts down on LeBlanc.
Yeah. Here we go. Elder Drake for the second time this game. But again, the Kalista, even in the late game, adds so much to being able to take these objectives. Let's see who gets the smite. It is going to be RA. And suddenly things look dire for LNG as RA just take them apart piece by piece. Cube flashing forward to try and take down Tarzan. He doesn't want to let him get away with this one, but Ale procs the blast cone to save his jungler. They're 2 men strong, but surely RA can finish this one out.
Yeah, RA just going to be able to push for the end despite losing all of the early team fights. Munch, they came back in the mid game. They found the picks, and it was all off the back off this mid and jungle duo.
Unbelievable performance coming out, especially from Fofo. If he doesn't get man of the match, man, I don't know what else to say. Ale is going to do his damnedest to try and hold on, but the Nexus will fall, and RA prove that this ain't just a flash in the pan.
Early skirmishing jungle coming out with Akali Nocturne. So you have a global there in one of your soul lanes that would want to look for picks, can help you find and set up another side lane early on. The only difference is we get the hyper carry coming out from the side of LNG with the Jinx, to where we're sticking with the Varus for us.
Drake is onto the map this time now. Kalista as Icon grabs himself a lantern. Fofo inside his shroud, and we'll just have to use the second proc of his...
And Ali's gone.
Okay. Well, we had a play towards the top side that unfortunately we didn't get to witness. I believe... Oh, Leon wasn't even 6, though. So there was a tower to try and do that one as Icon flashes under the tower, but he doesn't get a kill. Oh, it's a disaster. The spell shield was too early from Cube, though. So didn't block the gold card. It means Icon will walk away.
Now it's in the 2v2, and it looks like RA going to utilize that to pick up that first Drake, as we see here. I mean, just extremely decisive, right? He doesn't even have time to respond with Loyen going for the Q into the flash play and stunning him down. As now we're going to get to see how Hung dies. Iwandi hitting the death sentence, making sure Hung isn't able to stop the port out from Twisted Fate, and he just gets punished for it.
Oh, and another death sentence as well, but we got Captain Jack down in that bottom side. Instant cleanse out from iBoy, keeps him safe there.
Fight.
LNG, the ones with 5 members right now, as Light is already in the mid lane, but here comes the TP. Lien looking for the engage onto Iwandi. Hung still has quickness available. It's going to be taken by Lien. Now the fight to follow, and just annihilation from the side of RA. Easy kills, and it's a double for Fofo once again. He is on top of the matchup. They get themselves the Herald. They get themselves everything off of that fight.
And for
I guess 4,500 gold ahead of LNG at this point. We're only 14 minutes in. That is a monumental lead. Tarzan wants to change it. Is Lien going to get pulled in? There's Icon coming in as well. He flashes out, but Lien will get chased down. And LNG finally find themselves a pick so close to getting the Chain of Corruption onto Light there, but iBoy can't quite find it. They'll have to back away, but Light has to be a little cautious himself because Hung is here. And Light might have gone too far for this one. Hung going to get the quickness there, going to get the knock up as well. And just going to get taken out. He flew too close to the sun. Play with the Chain of Corruption, but also having the better stats.
yeah, and you know, okay, we're going to see an engage come. Okay, Hung is here.
Cube and Ale just starting off with a 1v1, but in comes the jungler, Lien, or Hung, sorry, there to help things out. And it's an easy pickup. And that's the beautiful thing about the Nocturne, right? You can catch people out so easily. That's essentially like taking an objective for RA.
And they're able to pop the Predator and go for it again.
Oh my goodness, Iwandi's in trouble once more. Lien might have gone too deep though. Tarzan kicks him back and finishes him off. That's the second time this game has been able to pull that one off. And now a follow-up engage as Icon goes in. There's only 4 members here for RA. The Shuriken goes in. Fofo looks to back away from this one. Good pick coming out from LNG in the end.
Keep our eyes on RA, right? Because it's all about the combo we saw earlier. Hung bringing them up, Loyen dunking them down.
Oh, Lien goes back in onto Iwandi once more. He's pulled in once more, but this time he's tanky enough. The piercing arrow barely misses, and in goes Cube to try and finish off the kill. Cancels his ult with his Stride Breaker, and now the rest of the team can just follow up. It is too easy for RA. They just have better items. They just have better champions. 10-3 on the scoreboard as RA just clean house and look to the Baron.
Yeah, and we saw it, right? Loyen gets someone a bit low, Cube able to follow up with the Paranoia, and then once all the members of RA get in there, there's just no way to answer as the side of LNG. You don't have any disengage options, and even when they were able to chunk out Loyen themselves, right? They don't actually have any real way of following up onto the fight, so RA are going to be able to take it. They're not only going to get the look so easy, no peel, no disengage available for LNG.
iBoy is essentially like Xerath's support at this point in the game. It doesn't really matter. As long as he gets a couple of Qs in, he'll be fairly useful. And we'll be able to get that long-range CC as well. LNG desperate to contest this one. This would be probably game if RA are able to get it. And immediately they jump onto the backline here. Iwandi barely surviving as the Drake will be taken. It's the silver lining for LNG here. Lien getting chased out of this one, but Ale stunned up on the front line. He'll turn golden, keep himself safe. There's a knockup from Hung, though. The quickness still going, and Ale goes down. It was close, but not close enough. And Icon, once again, the last man standing. And once again, there's just not enough in these fights from LNG. At least they stopped the Soul.
I mean, at least this time, right?
We're never allowed to talk about that stuff. Here we go, 15 seconds. This will be Ocean Soul once again, and RA don't want to even flip it. They just want to fight for this one. LNG still going strong as I say that. 2 members have gone down already. Icon surviving. He flashes out from Iwandi. But Ale left alone once again. 1-6-1. And that, I think, Lyric might just be game.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, RA, this time around, very controlled game. I think even in game 1, right, we saw the pitfalls of the comp, but very controlled series coming out from RA, much They might be the second best team in LPL right now. At least that's what the schedule says. Only losing to EDG.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to let you have said that on the broadcast. I'm not going to be a part of that conversation. The Nexus is going to fall, though, as RA comfortably take themselves a 2-0 win over LNG. I don't think many people would have seen this coming today, but RA proved that they belong at the top of the table.